You ever see someone's salary and think, no way they should be making that much? Turns out a lot of people do. Some jobs pay obscene amounts, while others barely scrape by. And every time someone points it out, the debate starts all over again. Are they really worth it? A recent poll on X, formerly Twitter, asked people to name the most overpaid jobs. It went viral. Some picks were obvious, others stirred controversy, and a few made people question everything they thought they knew about salaries. So, let's break it down. We're looking at 23 jobs that got called out, why people say they make too much, and what the numbers actually look like. Some will make sense. Some might make you mad. Either way, it's all here. Check out the full details by visiting the link in the description. Number 1. Public school teachers. According to the poll, teachers were called both underpaid and overpaid, depending on who you ask. With an average salary around $60,000 a year, some argue they make plenty considering summers off, shorter workdays, and strong union protections. Tenure in many states makes it nearly impossible to fire bad teachers, and pensions often rival private sector retirement plans. On the flip side, many teachers work well beyond school hours, buy their own supplies, and take home significantly less than those in other professions requiring a college degree. The pay debate comes up every time contract negotiations hit the news, with the public divided between teachers cashing in or barely scraping by. Either way, they made the list. Number 2. Politicians, especially congressmen and senators. Few jobs come with better perks than being in Congress. The base salary for a U.S. senator or representative is $174,000 a year, but that's just the starting point. Many leave offices as millionaires thanks to lucrative book deals, speaking engagements, and investments that seem suspiciously well-timed. They set their own salaries, enjoy some of the best healthcare in the country, and qualify for pensions that keep paying long after they leave office. With approval ratings in the gutter and endless gridlock in Washington, people are questioning what taxpayers are really getting for their money. If any profession was going to make this list, it was this one. Number 3. Actors and actresses. Hollywood salaries can reach absurd levels, and it doesn't take an Oscar to cash in. Top actors easily pull in $10 million or more per movie, while TV stars can make $500,000 per episode or more. Even supporting roles in big-budget films bring in six-figure paydays. On top of that, streaming deals and syndication mean the checks keep rolling in for years after filming ends. With so much money going to just a handful of stars, it's no surprise that people question whether reciting lines in front of a camera should be this profitable. Meanwhile, the industry talks about struggling actors, but it's the A-listers making sure the money stays at the top. Number 4. Musicians. Music careers can go from small-time gigs to life-changing money in an instant. Touring alone brings in millions per show for the biggest artists, and record deals, merchandise sales, and endorsements make sure they never run out of income streams. Some barely write their own songs, rely on heavy production, and still end up making tens of millions a year. Streaming platforms keep them collecting paychecks long after they stop recording, and major labels push money their way as long as the hype is there. The biggest names in the industry pull in more for one concert than most people make in a lifetime. If you can get past the industry politics, it's one of the most lucrative careers out there. Number 5. University professors. Higher education costs keep climbing, but professor salaries are doing just fine. Tenured professors at major universities often make $100,000 to $200,000 a year, with some earning much more. Many teach only a few courses per semester, while research grants, book royalties, and speaking engagements pile on extra cash. Meanwhile, much of the actual teaching falls on underpaid adjuncts and grad students making pennies in comparison. With tuition skyrocketing, people wonder where all that money goes, and high-paid professors sitting in the system make an easy target. Once tenure kicks in, they're nearly impossible to fire, adding to the argument that this job pays way too much for way too little. Number 6. Real estate agents and brokers. Selling a house can mean massive commission checks, even if the process only takes a few hours of actual work. Agents typically take a 2 to 3% cut on each side of a sale, meaning $1 million home can net them $20,000 to $60,000 per deal. Top agents in high-priced markets regularly bring in seven-figure incomes, and luxury realtors make even more. With so much of the home buying process moving online, some question why these commissions remain so high. The industry argues that experience, negotiation, and market knowledge are worth the price tag. But with fees this large, not everyone is convinced. Plenty of people believe real estate agents are making easy money for something buyers and sellers could do themselves. Number 7. Professional athletes. Playing a sport professionally isn't just a career, it's a golden ticket. Star athletes in the NFL, NBA, and MLB sign contracts worth $10 million to $50 million a year, not counting endorsements, sponsorships, and outside business ventures. Even bench players in major leagues make more than most doctors, and franchise players pull in numbers that don't even seem real. Some argue that sports generate billions and the players deserve a cut. But plenty of people question why throwing a ball should pay more than saving lives. Ticket prices, TV deals, and sponsorships all keep salaries sky high. And with fans willing to pay, teams have no reason to slow down the spending. Love them or hate them, they're getting paid. Number 8. Lobbyists. No profession makes money move in Washington quite like lobbying. Top lobbyists pull in $100,000 to $500,000 a year, with some making millions depending on their connections. Their entire job is to influence policy, often shaping laws to benefit the companies that pay them. Many former politicians slide into lobbying roles, turning government experience into personal wealth. It's a world where corporate dollars decide what gets passed, and the paychecks reflect just how much is at stake. The influence game isn't cheap, and those at the top are cashing in big. Number 9. Lawyers. Legal work pays well, especially at the highest levels. Big law firms charge clients $500 to $2,000 an hour, which means senior partners take home millions, while younger associates bill endless hours just to keep up. Some argue that simple legal work gets inflated into drawn-out, expensive cases just to rack up fees. Personal injury attorneys and class action firms collect huge settlements while clients see only a fraction of the payout. Lawsuits that drag on for years? That's just more billable hours. The legal world runs on money, and the best-paid lawyers make sure they never run out of it. Number 10. Dentists. A trip to the dentist can feel like highway robbery, and not just because of the drilling. Routine cleanings and quick checkups can cost $200 or more, while major procedures like crowns and implants can run into the thousands. With an average salary of $150,000 to $300,000 a year, many argue that dentists are making huge money for work that often takes just minutes. The biggest complaint: insurance barely covers anything, forcing patients to pay outrageous out-of-pocket costs for necessary care. Dental practices run like high-profit businesses, charging premium prices for what some see as routine services. Meanwhile, patients keep paying because, well, teeth aren't optional. Number 11. Content creators. YouTubers, influencers, streamers. Talking into a camera, filming daily routines, and playing video games seem like easy money, but for top influencers, the cash rolls in at an insane rate. Some YouTubers rake in millions per month through ads, sponsorships, and subscriptions, while streamers on platforms like Twitch can make 6 figures a day during big events. Many built their followings without any traditional skills, creating content that some argue is low effort but still generates massive paychecks. Sponsored posts, brand deals, and passive income keep money flowing long after the cameras stop rolling. Audiences either love them or hate them, but the fact remains, social media fame can turn into a financial goldmine with the right audience. Number 12. Journalists. Newsrooms may be shrinking, but the top names in media are still taking home hefty paychecks. While the average journalist earns $50,000 to $100,000 a year, media personalities and TV anchors make millions, often for repeating headlines that have already been reported. Many accuse modern journalism of prioritizing clickbait, stirring controversy, and recycling the same stories while still demanding credibility. The rise of independent media and online reporting has made traditional outlets struggle, yet salaries at the top haven't slowed down. When audiences see reporters make 6 or 7 figures while delivering biased or shallow content, frustration grows. The industry keeps talking about financial struggles, but the biggest names in news are doing just fine. Before we continue with the video, take a quick moment to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you never miss out on our latest updates. Plus, we've got some helpful resources in the description. Check them out and share your comments after you're done watching. Number 13. Data engineers. Tech jobs pay absurdly well, and data engineers sit near the top of that list. With salaries ranging from $120,000 to $180,000 a year, plus stock options and bonuses, companies throw serious money at these roles. The work involves handling large data sets and optimizing storage systems, but critics argue that automation is replacing much of the heavy lifting. Many believe these salaries are inflated due to demand rather than skill level, especially since some of the work involves running pre-existing scripts and letting machines do the actual processing. As AI continues to evolve, some wonder how long these salaries will stay this high. For now, though, the checks keep cashing. Number 14. Insurance agents. Selling policies might not sound like a goldmine, but commissions make this one of the highest-paying sales jobs. Many insurance agents pull in $100,000 or more per year, with top performers bringing in much more through residual income. The biggest complaint? Agents often push expensive policies that customers don't actually need, just to lock in bigger commissions. Fine print and complex terms make it easy for customers to overpay, while agents walk away with long-term commission checks. Many argue that with so much available online, traditional agents are becoming unnecessary, yet the paychecks are still rolling in. For an industry built on risk, insurance agents seem to have none. Number 15. Train driver. Operating a train may not seem like a path to big money, but salaries tell a different story. Many train operators make $70,000 to $130,000 a year, with union contracts pushing pay even higher through overtime and guaranteed raises. Since modern trains mostly run on automated systems, some argue that drivers are getting paid too much for what amounts to monitoring a screen and pulling a lever. Long shifts and odd hours come with the job, but with solid benefits and steady pay, it's a career that pays far more than most expect. As automation advances, people question how long these salaries will stay this high. But for now, train operators are riding the rails straight to the bank. Number 16. CEOs and business owners. Corporate executives don't just make a lot, they make numbers that don't even seem real. Fortune 500 CEOs bring in $10 million to $100 million a year, with massive bonuses, stock options, and golden parachutes even when companies underperform. Employees get laid off, businesses fail, and yet somehow, executive salaries never seem to take a hit. Supporters argue that running a corporation takes extreme skill and leadership, but plenty of people see it as a rigged system where failure still gets rewarded. The bigger the company, the bigger the payday, and in many cases, no results are required. It's good to be at the top. Number 17. Art critics. Deciding what's good in the art world has turned into a lucrative business. Some of the top voices in the industry pull in $60,000 to $100,000 a year, just for giving opinions on paintings, sculptures, and exhibitions. Many argue that the job holds too much influence deciding which artists succeed and which get ignored. With modern art selling for millions based on hype alone, people question how much of the industry is genuine and how much is a well-crafted illusion. The power to set trends and determine value without creating anything themselves puts this profession under heavy scrutiny. For a job that revolves around personal preference, the paychecks are massive. Number 18. Pharmaceutical sales reps. Selling medication is one of the most profitable careers in sales, and pharmaceutical reps are making serious cash. Many earn $90,000 to $150,000 a year, with top performers pulling in even more through commissions and bonuses. The job involves persuading doctors to prescribe specific drugs, leading many to question if the system is built on patient health or profit margins. Luxury trips, expensive dinners, and incentive programs only add to the belief that this job is built on persuasion rather than necessity. Healthcare costs keep climbing, and pharmaceutical companies keep posting record profits, making this one of the most controversial high-paying jobs. Number 19. Nurses. Nursing pays well, and plenty of people have noticed. While the base salary for registered nurses sits around $70,000 to $120,000 a year, over time, shift differentials and specialized roles push total earnings much higher. Some argue that many nurses are working fewer hours while still making six figures, thanks to high demand and union protections. Travel nurses in particular can pull in $200,000 a year or more, making it one of the most profitable fields in healthcare. The workload is tough, but the financial rewards make this a profession that sparks debate. With rising healthcare costs, people are questioning where all the money is going, and nursing salaries are part of the conversation. Number 20. Gaming software engineers. Video game development has turned into one of the highest-paying fields in tech. Many software engineers in the gaming industry earn $100,000 to $200,000 a year, even when working on games that end up flopping. Studios push pre-orders, rely on in-game purchases, and sometimes sell games that feel incomplete, yet developers at the top continue cashing in. Some argue that crunch time and long hours justify the pay, but others believe gaming companies overpay engineers while underpaying testers and artists. With billion-dollar franchises releasing annual updates that barely change, it's easy to see why people question how much actual work is happening behind the scenes. Number 21. Loan officers. Approving loans might sound like a routine desk job, but the money in this industry is far from ordinary. Many loan officers earn $100,000 or more per year, mostly through commissions that grow with each deal closed. The biggest complaint? A lot of approvals rely on automated systems, leaving people wondering what exactly loan officers are doing to justify six-figure salaries. Some focus more on meeting quotas than finding the best financial solutions, pushing loans with high fees or unnecessary extras. While the housing market booms, so do their commissions, making this job an easy target for those frustrated with sky-high mortgage rates. Number 22. Consultants. Few jobs are as vague yet highly paid as consulting. Many consultants bring in $100,000 to $300,000 a year, offering advice that companies sometimes already know. Big firms charge sky-high fees for PowerPoint slides, strategy meetings, and industry buzzwords that sound impressive but often lead nowhere. Decision-makers rely on outside opinions to justify moves they were already planning, making it a job built on perception more than necessity. Some consultants specialize in making themselves seem indispensable, ensuring contracts keep getting renewed long after the original problem is solved. With so much money moving around, plenty of people wonder how much real value is actually being created. Number 23. City planners. Deciding how cities grow and develop might seem like a critical job, but many believe the pay doesn't match the results. City planners earn $75,000 to $120,000 a year, overseeing zoning, transportation, and infrastructure projects that often feel stuck in endless delays. Public frustration grows when roads stay in disrepair, new developments seem unnecessary, and budgets disappear with little to show for it. Some argue that bureaucracy slows progress, but the salaries remain steady no matter how long projects drag on. With so many cities struggling with outdated infrastructure and poor planning decisions, the paychecks in this field keep raising eyebrows. Overpaid or just smart? Some of these salaries seem ridiculous according to those on Twitter. Others might just be the result of playing the game better than everyone else. A viral poll called out these jobs, but the reality is, people will always debate who deserves what. Some are pulling in millions for work that looks effortless, while others argue their pay is earned fair and square. Either way, the money keeps flowing, and the checks keep clearing. Think these paydays are out of control? Or do you have one of these jobs and see it differently? Drop a comment and let's hear it. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget the link in the description.